If you were placing a large bet on prediction markets, which someone in the Trump administration almost certainly is, you'd like the odds of Kash Patel being the next official to get the boot. In the Atlantic's report, Patel is accused of both conspicuous inebriation and unexplained absences. Meetings and briefings had to be rescheduled for later in the day as a result of his alcohol-fueled nights and, most remarkably, that a request for breaching equipment, basically a battering ram normally used by SWAT or hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into a building, was made last year because Patel had been unreachable behind locked doors. That's not a good look for the FBI Director to be partying in that way, especially when the United States is at war with a known state sponsor of terrorism. Meanwhile, scenes like this are coming back to haunt Kash Patel as he celebrated with the US men's ice hockey team gold medalists with a brewski or two. That little incident would have probably had J. Edgar Hoover rolling in his ball gown, Chaz. Although Director Patel does say this Atlantic report is fake news and he is suing them for $250 million.
I'm on the job, I'm the first one in, I'm the last one out.
To win a defamation lawsuit as a public figure in America, you need to do a lot. You need to be able to show that not only the story was false, but the publication showed actual malice when publishing that article, as in they knew the story was false, or they should have known it was false, but they couldn't have been bothered investigating properly. It's a hard thing to show, and it's especially hard to prove when the reporter, apparently in this case, interviewed more than 24 people to write her story, including current and former FBI officials, staff at law enforcement and intelligence agencies, hospitality industry workers, members of Congress, political operatives, lobbyists, and former advisors. This whole thing is a mess. Maybe he was drunk when he filed that lawsuit. Or maybe this is not about winning a lawsuit. Maybe it's about punishing reporters who criticise him, which would explain why when the New York Times wrote about Kash Patel's girlfriend earlier in the year, the FBI began investigating the reporter. Ironic, given the story had been about Kash Patel using bureau personnel for his personal services. Agents not only interviewed Kash Patel's girlfriend and examined databases for information on the reporter, but they recommended moving forward to determine whether the reporter broke federal stalking laws when writing her story. Not that any of that would necessarily bother Trump, but he is apparently not a big fan of drinkers. So we'll see how that goes for Kash Patel.